Very good morning student, this is your class for business study, and in this class we are going to continue the series of principles of insurance. We have studied 4 of the principles and now the 5th one is principle of subrogation. Subrogation means one party stands in for another. As per this principle, after the insured, that is the individual, has been compensated for the incurred loss to him on the subject matter that was insured, the rights of the ownership of that property goes to the insurer, that is company. Now what does this mean? Principle of subrogation in simple word means that if there is a loss and the insurance company have paid the amount for that loss, then whatever scrap is left, the right for that scrap will be of the insurance company. Suppose you have a car, that car met an accident and insurance company have paid full of the compensation for that car. Now the scrap of the car along with all the rights, right of what? Suppose someone have intentionally destroyed this car. So to sue that person into court or to take action against him will be the right of insurance company now. Why? Because from that person the insurance company will get the compensation and not you, because you have already got the compensation from the insurance company. Okay, this is the principle of subrogation, that once the insurance company pays you the compensation, then all the rights and all the scrap whatever is left will be in the hands of insurance company. Here is an example. I missed a line. Subrogation gives the right to the insurance company to claim the amount of loss from the third party responsible for the same. Like in case of car, another third person was responsible, and from that person who will claim the amount of loss, now insurance company will claim the loss because you have already claimed it from the insurance company. Example is, if Mr. A gets injured in a road accident due to reckless driving of a third party, the company with which Mr. A took the accident insurance will compensate the loss occurred to Mr. A and will also sue the third party to recover the money paid as claim. Now what happened, that the accident have occurred due to another third party and the insurance company have to pay to Mr. A because he have taken a accident insurance policy. So Mr. A was compensated by the insurance company. Now who will sue the third party? The third party will be sued by the company and they will get the claim from the third party who was at fault. Next is the principle of contribution. Contribution principle applies when the insured takes more than one insurance policy for the same subject matter. If a person have taken more than one, like 2 policies, 3 policy for the same thing, then this contribution principle applies. It states that the same thing as in the principle of indemnity, which means both are saying the similar thing, that the insured cannot make profit. How it cannot make profit in this? By claiming loss of one subject matter from different policies or companies. Suppose you have taken insurance policy of a car from 2 companies and your car met an accident, then you can't claim from 2 different companies. You will get a contribution of it. This will be more clear with the help of example. A property worth rupees 5 lakh is insured with the company A for 3 lakh and with company B for 1 lakh. The owner, in case of damage to the property for 3 lakh, can claim the full amount from company A, but then he cannot claim any amount from company B. Now company A can claim the proportional amount reimbursed value from company B, which means if you are taking the insurance policy from 2 different companies, then they both will pay you proportionately. Another example, suppose I have a property of 200 crore and that met an accident. Suppose the property got fire and I have taken a fire insurance for 100 crore. 100 crore in one company and 100 crore in second company. And the loss to this property was also 100 crore. Now what will happen? Both of these companies will contribute 50 and 50 crore. That is a total of 100 crore. And I can't go beyond that loss, which means I can't make profit out of it. Alright. Next is the principle of loss minimization. This principle says that as an owner, it is obligatory on the part of insurer to take necessary steps to minimize the loss to the insured property. This says that at least the owner should try to minimize the loss, even if he have taken insurance, even if he knows that he is going to get the insurance claim. Even then it is necessary that he or she must try to minimize the loss. This principle does not allow the owner to be irresponsible or negligent just because the subject matter is insured. Okay, the irresponsible or negligent behavior is not justified here. Example is, if a fire break out in your factory, you should take reasonable step to put out that fire. Like you should use the fire extinguisher or call the fire extinguishers so that you can break out the fire. You can't just sit back and allow the fire to burn down the factory because you know that the insurance company will compensate for it. But somehow the company get to know that you were known to that situation, that your property is on fire or was suffering from any loss, and you didn't took any step, then what will happen? The company will not compensate you, because there is a principle of loss minimization which says owner must try to minimize the loss. This is not a compulsion that he or she must minimize the loss. This is just a possibility that if the owner is known to the fact, then he or she must try to minimize that loss. These were the principles of insurance. I hope you get all the concepts, and in case of any doubt you can contact me. Have a very good day, students.